is a moderately successful comedian, an average author, and a terrible actor. And your chance to speak directly with him has arrived. Call 866-969-1969. The phone lines are open. And the Jim Norton Show starts now.
I can't express the joy I'm feeling at watching E-Rock fucking run into this room like an office guy late for the bus. He's got a newspaper under his arm. He's got his knapsack and iced tea. Sweating. We got it all done, Eric. We're good.
I can't kill the music because I ran in here.
No, I know, but there's
nobody else there.
Tyler?
Doesn't know what the fuck he's
turn
doing.
the music down. Sal's panicking and running. You guys don't have to run that much. This is not the Kennedy assassination. It's just a fucking mediocre advice show. So people call in. What's the number?
It's 866-969-1969.
All right, I got to do a couple of reads. So it's not that I don't want to do them, but let's start with one while you guys are calling in. Because there's a great movie coming out this Friday, The World's End. It's from the guys who brought you Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. The World's End is about one night, 6 friends, and the pub crawl that will end them all. Simon Pegg, everybody loves Simon Pegg. He's the actor who played Scotty the new Star Trek. If you don't know who he is, you should. He gets his high school buddies to return to their hometown for an epic pub crawl that they weren't able to finish 20 years ago. The route is called the Golden Mile. It stops at 12 bars, finishing up at the final place, The World's End. It's all a drunken good time until they discover that the town has been taken over by an army of killer robots. Then there's a lot of fighting, exploding robot heads, and, of course, drinking. It turns out that if these guys want to survive the night, they have to make it all the way to the world's end. New York Magazine raves it's the most entertaining movie of the year. GQ Magazine says it's rip-roaring and hilarious, and Richard Roper declares it's funny as hell. Don't miss this blockbuster sci-fi comedy. See it on the big screen. It comes out this Friday, starring our pal Simon Pegg. The World's End, and it's only in theaters everywhere this Friday. So if you live anywhere, you can see this, if you have eyes and access to a movie theater. All right, let's see. We have, we'll start right over here. Mick in Maine, 45 years old, 2 kids, moving in with his gal. Hi, Mick.
Hey, Jimmy, I fucking love you, buddy.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
show is far from mediocre.
Oh, thank you.
So, give me 60 seconds to gloat. 45, married 15 years to a miserable, horrible bitch that was screwing my best friend.
Oh, no. Did you get rid of the dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kept the dog. We had shared custody of the dog. Dog had to stay. No, I know what you mean, buddy. So, yeah, I stayed single 4 years because women my age that are single are evil, bitter, nasty, horrible women. So, long story short, hook up with this hot as hell 25-year-old chick. And if you've ever been to Maine, there's no hot chicks in Maine.
You know, I don't know if I ever have been, although they have a heck of a lobster, I understand, just keeping it local.
It's big and red, and it'll snap you.
All right.
That's my ex-wife's vagina I was talking
Oh,
about.
no.
Yeah, so anyway, hooked up with this awesome chick, 25, no kids, 5'7", 115 pounds, 34D, great job. I'm broke as shit because of alimony, and this chick doesn't care. So we've been dating 3 months, haven't spent a day apart. She's moving in this week. How do I tell my 2 kids? My son's 13, my daughter's 10. They've never even seen me with a girlfriend. I mean, they've met her, but they're going to go from dad's full undivided attention for 4 years,
Yeah.
you know, to a chick moving in. And she's a great chick.
Maybe you could, well, do they know her at all?
Yeah, they've known her from I dated her about a month before I let her meet the kids. So
Maybe you could do they like her?
They love her.
Okay, so you could probably spin it one of a couple of ways. Maybe you could sit them down and say, look, and then say, Daddy is sick and tired of having to get a babysitter every time he wants to spill a load. So I'm moving the hole in, guys.
That's not.
If you want to be honest, if you think that might be a little too harsh, maybe you could spin it like good news. You know, whatever her name is, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of her because, she likes being around you so much she wants to move in. Or just make something up like that she's on the run, or she's been selling drugs and she's being thrown out of her apartment, or she's being evicted for consorting with a Negro and she has to find a new place to live. But make it look like it's a fun thing. They're old enough to understand.
You think?
Look, man, I mean, maybe not, they obviously are very loyal to their mother, I would guess. But what are you supposed to do? Not move on with your life?
Yeah, true. But, Dr. Laura says no dating until you're 18.
She
Of course,
doesn't.
Dr. Laura tells bad nigger jokes, too, which we don't do.
Wait, did Dr. Laura really say that you shouldn't date till your kids are 18?
Yeah, no dating whatsoever.
Oh, fuck Dr. Laura. Oh, fuck her and her stupid advice. Go on, be your kid's dad. Go take on the day. Shut up. Show your hairy pussy to someone with a camera. That's not realistic. That's not realistic.
One other quick question. My son's 13, can't take his eyes off her boobs. How do I deal with that?
I'll let him look, dude. It's normal. At least, be happy that he's not looking at at your buddy's crotch. That's normal for a kid to look at a pair of tits, As long as he doesn't do anything disrespectful.
Nah, he's a good kid. Jimmy, when are you going to get a show 5 days a week? You can pull it off.
I don't want 5 days a week, dude. I'm too lazy. I'm just doing an extra day today to make up for what I'm going to miss next week for vacation. But good luck, buddy. Let me know how it works out.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Take care, buddy. Let's see. Jeremy in Nevada wants to talk about Dana White and the UFC going to Germany. Yes.
Hey, Jimmy. How's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good. So you guys talked to him about that doctor he went to in Germany.
Yeah.
And it's something that I know could help me out, and I didn't know if there was a way for you guys to get my information to him and see if he'd be willing to contact me.
I mean, I guess we could, but I don't know if Dana would just reach out because he doesn't know you. I mean, it's...
No, I get that. Or if there's a way to get, the name of the doctor to me, I could go from there.
Well, dude, did we say it on, did he say it on the air or no? It's in Dusseldorf.
It's in Dusseldorf, but it's a referral service. You can't just go to this doctor. You have to have a referral from somebody that's also been to that doctor.
Yeah, see if you, dude, did you try Googling Dana White doctor Germany?
No, I'll try that.
Yeah, and the only reason I don't want to promise you, we'll put you in touch with him, because literally I don't know if he'd call you back or not. You could leave your information with Sal, or whoever's working the thing, but I can't promise you anything, because Dana's really, really busy, dude, and he's got Rogan going over, so I don't know how many recommendations you're allowed, honestly.
No, yeah, I understand, and I know it's like a 5% chance of him contacting me, so if it doesn't happen, it's no worries, so.
All right, Jeremy, we'll leave your information with whoever's behind the thing there. And all we can do is promise to send it on. What happens with it, I don't know. But I would suggest Googling it, okay?
All right, thanks, buddy.
Bye.
There's a bunch of stories where Dana's talking about it, but none mention the doctor's name.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you could just, or whatever. Where'd he go? He hung up. Oh, maybe they're talking to him. Brent in Kansas City. Hello, Brent. How are you?
Oh, mighty fine. I'm pretty much a normal guy, I would say. Been married, about 6 years. But I kind of turn into a creep in my sleep, especially when I'm really tired. And I bug my wife. I kind of grope on her and sometimes try to have sex with her. And I'm completely sleeping.
Well, I don't think that's making you a creep, dude. I mean, that's... What's so bad about that? I mean,
Well, I guess it annoys her.
Well, so why are you a creep? Maybe she's just a stick in the mud.
No, she's actually great about it, but I think the thing that makes me feel creepy is I don't necessarily realize it's going on, but I get that I can remember a little bit of it in the morning, and man, it's just whew, I'm all fired up, and I apparently just go in and out. Like I'll get it started, and maybe that's why she doesn't like it because I don't follow through.
Oh, you just give her a couple of fucking quick pumps and then you roll back over?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that makes you a pervert. Maybe you're one of those guys that has vivid dreams. There's people that sleepwalk and everything. You sleep fuck. I think that's pretty enviable. That's pretty enviable, my friend.
I just wish I could carry over the intensity or something like that, man. It just, woof.
Well, you don't know what you're doing. You're sleeping, so just enjoy it. Let her deal with it. Tough titty, that's what I say.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good luck. Let's see. Troy in Iowa, 42, having a hard time finding a girl. Hi, Troy. How are you?
Hey, Jimmy, how's it going?
I'm good, buddy. Thank you.
Would really love it if you could come to Iowa someday.
Maybe I will. Ottumwa, Iowa, because I want to perform for Radar O'Reilly from MASH. Go ahead.
That's down in Ottumwa, yeah.
What's that?
Down in Ottumwa, Iowa, yeah. Well, I just wanted to, like I said, I've been married twice, been divorced twice. I got 4 kids, 2 grandkids. My youngest is 16, but I'm a truck driver as well. And I'm kind of addicted to computer games, so I spend a lot of my time behind computer screen playing games, stuff like that. And my oldest daughter's always yelling at me, Dad, you need to find somebody. My mom's telling me you need to find somebody. But I've gone to the bar thing. I've tried the bar thing, tried to meet girls, and it's just, I'm tired of the rejection.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God, yeah, of course.
I mean, it's about all I ever. So I just wanted to know, you've seen the commercials for, Match.com, whatever,
sure,
or whatever, those other places. Are those actual legitimate places, or are they just a place that takes your email? You know what I mean?
Right.
Sends it off to the porn sites.
Well, start. What you should do is this. I can't speak for Match.com. I've never been on it, but from what I hear, it's a legit site. Again, pardon me for yawning. I don't know what the success rate is, but I've heard a lot of people who've met on Match.com. Well, what's the other one? Cupid, or there's JDate. eHarmony. Yeah, there's so many dating sites. What have you lost? If you don't do it and you're lonely, then you lose something. But if you try it, you don't lose anything by trying it. The money, if you can part with the money. And if you're worried about your email address, just create a new email address. So if it's all spam and garbage, you don't have to have your real email affected by it.
Yeah.
But I would give it a shot, dude, especially if you're on the road a lot. I think these dating sites are actually great because you don't have to truck to a bar and drunk drive home. And for women, it's amazing because you could weed through all these guys. I think sometimes it makes us too selective because we have so many options. It's all this virtual, just a face. But I think it's pretty healthy to do it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So why not give it a shot? Join one or two of the sites.
All right, I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jimmy.
Okay, buddy. Take care. Hi, John in Oklahoma.
Yes. How are you doing, Jimmy?
How are you?
Kind of concerned about something. I found out Monday night, my girlfriend was talking to me, said her 13-year-old niece watched her give me head Saturday night.
Yay!
And I haven't been back home since then. I had to leave out Sunday night, but it's just going to be kind of awkward going back there to me.
Why? I mean, look, at least it's not the reverse. That would be really awkward. I don't know if that's that awkward. I mean, maybe, like kids once in a while will peek. I would say be more careful next time and be aware that she might try to sneak down. So maybe you lock the room you're in's door. But, hey, look, man, you did a healthy, normal thing, and she did something pretty normal by peeking. I think that's something we all try to do when we're younger. So just think it's a normal part of development for her to be curious. Just, be really careful now so she can't do that again.
Well, that's just it. This woman loves sucking dick. I mean, it's brand new to me. I was married for 42 years.
Sure. And
my girlfriend is 25 years younger.
Wow.
Hell, she's younger than my daughter.
Okay.
And it's getting kind of awkward around my kids. And then this on top of it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how weird do you got to make this for me?
Yeah, no, I know. That's a little bizarre, but don't feel awkward, dude. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not like you tried to get the girl to watch. Like, you didn't know she was watching. So now that you know, you'll just be more careful next time. You did nothing wrong, so you shouldn't feel awkward. And you should just get your fucking hog sucked by this good egg that you're dating. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's all new to me. I'm back to having a kid in the house again.
Sure.
I didn't even know she was there until the next day. I mean, we went out on a date, and her niece was there by herself. Come find out.
Okay, well, now that you're aware of it, be more careful. That's all you can do. You can't change that she saw it. So she saw it. You be more aware. Or else, like, when you know the niece is in the house, just talk really loud on the phone and say, me and my girlfriend are going to hang out. I hope some nosy whore doesn't peek.
Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, man. Enjoy. Let's see here. Now, there's a guy, Michael from Michigan, is saying eHarmony worked for him. Mike?
Hey, Jimmy.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, just wanted to tell that other caller, hopefully he's still listening, that...
of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? This is appointment radio. All right, go ahead.
I went on eHarmony. I had to kiss a lot of pigs. LOL. But eventually, I found a girl that I really fell in love with, and I'm going to be getting engaged to her here probably within the next month or so. So tell them it works when it works. When you're looking for like-minded people with the long-term relationship goals. I tried the Match.com thing, and that was more like a hookup thing and casual dating more than I think the eHarmony hat is.
eHarmony, you think, is more for actual relationships?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, well, that's great, though. I think it's really good that you, at least, it worked for you. Good for you, man. It's nice to know. And, I don't think there's anything to lose by getting a profile and putting it up and seeing how it goes. I mean, the worst that can happen is you don't meet somebody. But there's enough people there that I think that the odds are you will meet somebody or, I don't know what it is, poke somebody, get a response, give a wink, who knows.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's, the worst thing that happened to me on eHarmony is I got to meet and fuck a bunch of different people before I landed on my future fiance. So.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Good luck, man. I'm happy for you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. Tony in North Carolina, you want to talk to me about your favorite tranny? Hello, Tony.
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
I'm good, buddy.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So I was just calling to find out who your favorite trannies were, man.
Tough question. I mean, it's like saying, what's your favorite place to smile? What's your favorite place to eat an orange and enjoy the laughter of a child? There's so many. Eva Lynn, who did my special, she was the transsexual that I made out with in my special. I know her as a person. She's a really cool person. Of course, the lovely Bailey J.
Yeah.
How do you not love Bailey J? She's terrific. I would venture to say that if someone doesn't like Mia Isabella, they're a communist. That would be my opinion. Mia Isabella is a very popular porn star. But probably Bailey J. or who I know better than I know anybody else. Vanity was a friend of mine who I knew for years. I just haven't seen her in a long, long time. So I would have to say Bailey.
Excellent. Okay, cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah, Bailey or Evelyn. Take care.
All right, you too.
Bye. Let's see. Ooh, oh, my God. Let's talk to Lucky Trucker John in Oregon. Lucky Duck, your name should be. Hi, John.
Hey, Jimmy. Love you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm going to get back up to the Pacific Northwest. I have not seen your show, one of your shows, and I want to see you live.
I want to get out to Seattle again, and I'd like to do Portland again, but I didn't draw great. I did okay in the club, it was half full, so I'm like, maybe Oregon just doesn't like Jim Norton.
No, that's not it, Jimmy. The last two times you went up to Seattle, you went on major holiday weekends or just before it, and everybody up here goes camping or goes out of town.
Oh, okay.
You can't hit on one of those major holidays.
Yeah, I know. I have bad timing sometimes. So your wife is going to turn 50 soon. She wants to hit you with a strap-on instead of you doing it to her.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been married for quite some time, and she says, I think it's time that she's going to venture out. She and her girlfriend's thinking about going and getting one of those strap-on and whatnot. Anyway, I know you've had a little experience with this, and it didn't work out too well, but what are the pitfalls I need to watch out for? Now, real quickly to tell you, I've had a lot of prostate exams. I'm 51. And so I have no problem with, weird entry into that
okay.
But, I'm afraid that she's going to I'm going to take this out on him after, so many years.
I'll tell you the problem. You're gay! No, I'm kidding. But that's what our mind tells us when we want something in our ass. Oh, my God, am I gay? It's, I would suggest this.
I have no problem with that, Jimmy.
No, I know you don't. I could tell. I would say if her reasons for doing it are just because it's dirty and fun, then you should try it. If she just wants to, if she wants to pay you back and motherfuck you, I wouldn't do it. But just make sure the only pitfall is you don't want to fucking have her pull it out and have an Abe Lincoln hat on it. Make sure you fucking you enema, you clean out your asshole. I would suggest wash out your asshole first with a good enema, and then just let her go to it. Go slow and have fun.
I think I'll probably end up doing that.
Get Eros Lube. It's also called Pure. PJUR is a brand I like, and that will help. You could slip a fucking tire iron sideways into your asshole with that lube. It's the best. So I would suggest that, okay?
Is this going to turn me on to trannies? I'm fearful.
No, not necessarily. I mean, trannies are really, it's almost like, here's what transsexuals are to a strap-on. If all of a sudden, you drive in a kit car and you're like, I got to have the real Porsche. That's what a transsexual is. Transsexual is the real thing, and a fucking, a strap-on is the kit car. So give the kit car a run and see how you like it first. All right?
Jimmy, I love you, man. Get back up here sometime.
All right, Trucker John. Good luck, my friend.
All right, bye.
Okay, Biff in New York now has a girlfriend that dumped him, and she won't talk to you, and you think she might be knocked up. Hello, Biff.
Hey, what's going on, Jimmy, man? I don't need ass lube, but it's a pretty simple thing. The girl caught me cheating, man, and I'm fucked.
How long were you with her?
I was with her for a year and a half, man, and she caught me cheating at her brother's birthday dinner, man.
Oh, no. She physically caught you at the dinner.
Well, the chick I was cheating on her with showed up to the fucking dinner.
Wow. On purpose or by mistake?
By mistake. It was a surprise dinner, and I was the guy, fooling her brother into the surprise, and when I got there, she was sitting next to the other chick.
So what did you do?
I sweated, and everybody made fun of me and took pictures and made it obvious, and then, when I got out of there, she put two and two together, and I was fucked.
Oh, okay. So you really humiliated her in front of your... Did your brother's family all know that you were cheating?
I think so.
That's because that's not just betraying her, that's humiliating her, and she probably feels betrayed by all of them for laughing at her, or she probably feels like a fool. That's a really tough one. You've tried to talk to her and she won't talk to you, huh?
Yo, I'm calling her, I'm texting, emailing, she's not telling me anything. I mean, if it's over, it's over. I don't give a shit. It's just a pregnancy thing, man. I can't focus now.
Well, why do you think she might be pregnant?
Because I keep hitting it raw every time, and I fucking kept, fuck with myself, saying, it's going to be pregnant. And she didn't tell me last she had her period. It was like, that's the kind of time she stopped talking.
Well, I mean, do you think that maybe you're just saying that because you want to hold on? How long ago did this happen?
Oh, this is 2 weeks now.
Well, maybe you should give her some time. Again, I don't know her, so I don't know if she might be done with you, dude. She might have been, that might be a humiliation that's unforgivable. Or how long were you seeing the other girl? In all honesty, what was your other thing with the other girl?
Probably 2 years, longer than her.
Oh, you were cheating the whole time you were together?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the other girl lived in Florida, so that even count as cheating. I see her when I go in Florida on business.
I don't know. That might be a wrap. And again, just between us talking now, was that the only time you cheated or no?
Yeah, between us and everybody listening.
Yeah, I don't know, brother. I would suggest give her space. You're emailing her, you're blowing her phone up. You've probably said what you have to say. You're sorry, you wouldn't do it again, you fucked up. There's probably not anything you're going to say that's new. Maybe if you want to send one and go, look, this will be the last one I send to you out of respect for your space and your privacy. I know you're processing this. I know I humiliated you, and I'm really sorry. Like, all you can do is be very, very forthcoming and truthful. And then if she goes, dude, and if she says, fuck you, maybe you got to respect that because you really did kind of douche her.
Yeah, I do. But, I do one of those fucking Maury black guy dances if I find out she's not pregnant. Like, if I see a picture of her pregnant in a month, I'd shit myself. But I'd be really happy if she's not. What was the name of that anal move you just told that dude, though?
At least we got our priorities straight. It's called Eros. I see you're well on your way to recovery, sir. I would say Eros.com. Eros is the lube, or it's called Pure. PJUR is another name for it. There's all different kinds, but I think the Body Glide is the best one. Okay, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy, one more question.
Sure, Bill.
I'm hosting Patrice O'Neill's show with Von DiCarlo, a tribute show, man. I'd love to have your opinion on it. I'm not opinion on it. I'd love to have you featured on the show, man. Can anybody get in contact with you?
Yeah, therealjimnorton@gmail.com is an email address I check. I don't check it every day, but therealjimnorton@gmail. Okay, buddy?
All right, so I'm going to drop you a line, man. Thanks again.
Be good, Biff. Take care. Let's see, Joey in New Jersey, you're sober 3 years, and you went on vacation with your college buddies. How do I deal with people drinking? Hi, Joe.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
Good. Let me ask you now, you're sober 3 years. Just say, do you do any 12-step work?
Yeah, I do about 3 or 4 meetings a week. I've gone through all the steps. I have a sponsor.
Okay. Now, how long were you going away with your college buddies for?
I was away for a week with them. These are guys I used to be pretty active with.
Sure.
They are still active. But, we have families now, so, I kind of throw myself into the kids but it's difficult at night when the kids go to bed.
None of them are sober, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like there's no connection anymore.
Yeah. Do they know that you're sober?
Yes.
Now, a couple of things are possible here, as you know. Like, one, did you talk to your sponsor before and during your time out?
I did. You know, he always says, you know, make sure you don't get stuck in a situation you can't get out of.
Right.
Make sure, you know, if you don't want to be a part of it, just go to bed. But then you feel kind of like a loser all the time going to bed when everybody's hanging out.
True. But you feel like a bigger loser when you have blue and red flashing lights and you're cuffed and you don't remember what you did. Like, you feel like a bigger loser fucking barreling into an old woman crossing the street because you're in a blackout. Like, the idea of feeling like and I know what you mean, too. I'm not shitting on you because you feel like, fuck, I'm missing the party and, like, I'm different than them. But you have taken something that was ruining your life and put it down. They may or may not have a problem with it, but I would look at what they're doing as playing Russian roulette, and you've just opted not to play anymore. So if it's too much for you and it's too uncomfortable, then the priority should be your life and your family. Don't go. Or is it possible to sneak out and hit a meeting or tell them that's what you're doing? Or if the bond is not there, can you go just for a day or two instead of a week?
Yeah, usually when I go away, I make sure I hit meetings, and this time I didn't. And I, you know, as soon as I got back, I hit a meeting, and I felt better. You know,
Sure.
I try not to throw myself pity parties because I know exactly what you're saying is the truth.
Yeah.
It's just not for me anymore, and I know where it leads to, you know, institutions and
Sure, death and fucking in prison, yeah. Well, you have, dude, you've made the right move. I know how awkward it can be sometimes if we're around. Like, I'm so used to it because I'm sober for so long, and in my business that everyone drinks, and, you know, it's very rare that it will catch me off guard and I'll feel awkward, but I do understand that. And, hey, man, at least you feel uncomfortable. That's a good sign. I always think it's a good sign. Like, you know, when I did Rogan and Kevin Smith's podcast, they both smoke a lot of pot. And Joe's like, I'll leave the room. And I'm like, no, man, I'll leave. I'll walk. And he left the room, and I could still smell it. And I was like, oh, fuck, that smells good. But thank God I was not in the room with him. I still can't handle being in the room for certain things. Like pot, I'll never be able to be in the room for because you smell it. So alcohol's slightly more comfortable for me because of my job, and I'm used to it. But I think the uncomfortability is a good thing. And you know what? Maybe you might have to make a choice one day that this is just not the scene for you anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not in the situation much anymore, but whenever I am, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't, you know, rush to put myself back in it.
Yeah, because, dude, if the bond, how long you out of college?
10 years.
Yeah, like you had a bond with those guys. If they're all still drinking, maybe it's time for you just not to go to that event, or maybe you, like I said, you just go for a day or two, because the price you could pay by fucking up is ruining a great life that you're building for yourself. And it's not worth it for a bunch of people, some of who will probably wind up in the room someday anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so be good, buddy, okay? And
Thanks,
at least you're concerned. That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, have a great weekend. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, bud, you too. Thanks. Hi, Jay in New Jersey. A sex addict cannot stop paying for pussy.
Hey, Jimmy, I called you up a few weeks ago. Remember I was talking to you about the strip club and how I was going there like 3 times a week and I wanted to go less, and you were telling me that doesn't replace like a real interaction with a girl?
Right, yeah, sure.
Well, I've definitely gotten better at doing that. I've gotten it down to like once every other week, or if I really have to, like once a week. And I'm making decent money, so it's not that bad as long as I don't do that. But I still like notice that if like I'm at my job because I'm a security guard, I have a lot of free time, and I work in a car, and I just see hot girls going in and out of the store, and that's like not that bad as long as I stay entertained, if I listen to you or if I go on the internet. But once, like, if my mind slips and I start thinking about it too much, then I notice that it's just right to like Backpage.com, and I'm trying to like look up like Oriental massage places where they do like happy endings and all that stuff.
Sure.
It's so quick how my mind, when it gets bored, when like I think about the fact that I'm not with someone, it could just slip into that automatic like, let me find a way to get off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course I do. And I was in it last night. You know, even if I'm not going to do anything, I'm just looking around. And it's such a hard thing in this day and age with the internet, because you can just, it's like, if say you're a compulsive overeater, it's like literally having a supermarket with you all the time. That's what it's like with the internet, because you just fucking pick up your iPad or your phone, and sometimes out of boredom, we just start looking. What helps me do, let me ask you, do you play, like, it sounds corny, but like Words with Friends, Chess with Friends, Scramble, these online games at times, not that that's a complete replacement, but sometimes it is a distraction if you have a shitload of games that are going on, or Scrabble or something. That can be a nicer distraction. Can you put an internet blocker on the an adult porn blocker on the computer you're using?
No, it's like a tablet, but like most of the time, like you said, there is other things to do. I don't have a lot of friends anymore because I used to smoke pot, I used to drink, and that was a couple of years ago. So I'm still trying to make like a new circle of healthy friends to have. And so, like, I'll just watch, like, different things online, or I'll listen to you guys, and that will usually be enough to take my mind off it. But once I stop doing those things, then it's right to the other stuff if I let my mind kind of, like, roam inside itself.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not even like, even when I go to these places that I could just get the massage and the hand job, it's like, then it turns into, well, how much would it be for a blowjob, and how much would it be to fuck you? You're like, and I'm dropping $100 when I could only be spending like $50 for a half an hour.
Yeah.
Not that that's much better, but I think you know what I mean. It's like a slippery slope. Once you're in the place, it's like it's time to bargain.
Well, it's not about the money there. What it's about is the ritual and the behavior. Like looking on Backpage, even when you know, like, I'm probably not going to do anything tonight, but I'm just looking. I'm going through the ritual of looking. The whole behavior and pattern is a part of it. It's not just orgasming or getting jerked off. It's looking, it's choosing, it's the drive-in, that fucking flutter in your heart. It's the smell of ammonia on the floor. When you walk in, they all smell like ammonia, like peep shows and stuff, because, you know, guys are jacking off on the floor, or women are jerking them off, or whatever it is. So it's that whole ritual, the bargaining, the what can I get, how far can I go? And it's a very, very difficult pattern to break. But I can tell you from experience, it never gets better. It never, like, there's times where I still enjoy the jerking off and the porn, but dude, 90% of the times it is lonely and it doesn't do anything for me. And, you know, try meeting some real, like, you know, those Match.com sites we were talking about. And why don't you, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Why don't you try one of them, or try eHarmony? Because you'll save a lot of money. All that money you're wasting in the strip clubs, and you might actually meet a girl who can occupy you and talk dirty to you and have fun with in a real situation.
It's funny that you should mention that, because I'm on Plenty of Fish. I'm on a lot of these sites, and a lot of times I don't do that well. But yesterday when I had that urge and I was on Backpage.com, I just told myself not to do it, because I know the cycle that I go through.
Yeah.
I do it, and then I have guilt afterwards, and I'm broke, and I'm thinking about the fact, well, if I did go on a date, now the money that I wasted on that, and then I got a budget. So I ended up not doing it, and I just went back to entertaining myself. And by the end of the day, I was in a couple conversations on Plenty of Fish, and I actually was talking with this girl that I met in a supermarket a few days before. So it seemed as if the energy of making a good choice earlier that day kind of like paid off, because now if I do end up actually going out with one of those girls, at least I'll have the money, you know? Yeah, and also part of us, and thank you very much for the call, Jay. Good luck, okay, buddy? Part of us likes to stay sick. There is a part of us that likes to stay sick and unhealthy and in the addiction, so we sabotage healthier things. And I know I do it. So instead of saying, I'm going to go out with this girl, your mind starts bargaining with you, well, the money and this and that. And, you know, dude, strip clubs will be there. If you were to die and come back in 600 years through some kind of a fucking frozen head Ted Williams thing, strip clubs will be there. The experiences that you're losing out on are the real life experiences. The strip club, the jerking off, the pornography, the whores are always going to be available. It's amazing how we sacrifice real things, which we can lose, for bullshit, which is never going to change. So just give yourself a chance. Keep trying with real girls. And I'm going to talk to this guy, Steve from Alabama, in just a minute. I want to do a quick read first. But Steve in Alabama, who's married and caught your wife cheating, just hang on there, my friend. But this might make you feel better beforehand, because let's be honest, you know, by now you've all heard us talking about the benefits of Dollar Shave Club. And it's very simple. If you're tired of paying way too much for your, well, this might even talking time with the last guy, just substitute razor for stripper. You know, if you're tired of paying for way too much for your razor, then you need Dollar Shave Club. You know, you're wasting all this money on blades when you go to the supermarket. It's stupid. You can get a great shave without shelling out a ton of cash for shave technology that you don't need.
They make it so easy. Just sign up at dollarshaveclub.com, and they take care of the rest. No more forgetting to buy replacement blades and getting stuck having to pull out your old blade out of the garbage. Or don't you hate when you go to the store and you try to open it, and they have them so secure now so you can't steal them, so it's that loud. You know how you have to pull that little door open to get to, like, the blades? And it's embarrassing because people think you're trying to rip them off. It sucks. With Dollar Shave Club, you spend a couple dollars a month. They deliver great quality razor blades straight to your door. Some of the guys on the show have signed up for Dollar Shave Club, and they love it. So go to dollarshaveclub.com today. You save a fortune, and you always have fresh blades on hand, so you don't have to lop your own stupid head off or rip your face with a rusty, awful blade. Join all the Opie and Anthony Show listeners and staff members who've already found the smarter way to shave at dollarshaveclub.com. That's dollarshaveclub.com. I've heard nothing but good things about that site. So Steve from Alabama. Hi, Steve. You're recently married. 7 weeks in, your wife's cheating, buddy?
Yeah, Jimmy, it's kind of sad, really. But I'll tell you real quick what happened. I have a rescue down here for animals, and we were at an adoption about 2 weeks ago, and she was talking to some folks, and it's no big deal. Well, the following Monday, I get some texts come across my phone, and what happened was the dumbass that she was going to be cheating with got the numbers mixed up and was sending them to me.
Oh boy.
So what I did was I called a friend and asked if they would help me. So I would send the messages to them. They would forward them to her. Okay, so we had a little square going. They talked for 10 days.
Oh, wait, so she was talking... Hold on. She was talking... Oh, I see. So basically, she gave her number to somebody, or both numbers. He's texting you. Your friend is texting her from his number.
Right, well, no, she didn't have his number, which that's what made it work, because she didn't know his number.
So she didn't realize it was your friend and not the guy she thought
Right,
it was.
right.
Okay.
So we just I just wanted to see where this was going to lead to. So we kind of played this box game for 10 days, and she was sending pictures and all this shit, and then they were going to, talk about hooking up and everything. And she actually did not, to my knowledge, physically fuck him, but the opportunity and everything was there, and she was going to. But I called her on it about 2 weeks ago, and
what was her response?
That she was sorry, of course, and never going to do it again. And
what was her reason for doing it? Well, let me ask you now: is she a cheater, or was she panicking because she just got married? Because like a lot of times, people I think get married and panic at the finality of it.
I don't think so. I mean, we were together about 9 months before we got married, but I've known her for about 3 to 4 years.
Do you make her feel sexy? I'm not blaming you either, but do you make her feel sexy, and do you go down on her? I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll do everything.
Okay.
Anything. And I think I just don't think I was able. She's the type of person who, the amount of attention you have to give her has to be everything, 24 hours a day. And I'm affectionate and like that, but I can't do it for 24 hours a day. I mean, I'm not that, I got other things I got to do, and I just can't sit around and hold you all day. You know what I mean?
Of course not, dude. She's obviously, she sounds codependent and needy. And does she work? She does work?
Yeah, she works.
And you've talked to her. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay with her? I mean, you're early enough into the marriage where you could you get it annulled? I mean, I don't know how that works, but I mean, you obviously have a reason to get out of it if you want to get out of it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, I don't wish her any ill will or anything.
Sure.
But I just don't think I can be married to her anymore. I don't think I can trust her. I mean, after 7 weeks in.
Yeah. Maybe you got lucky, dude. Maybe you got lucky in a sick way. Like, you don't have 2 kids with her. You're not 10 years deep. Because let's just say she got away with this. She'd probably do it again. So maybe you got an early warning sign, and you can get out of it now with a minimal amount of pain compared to what you would have dealt with.
Well, that's my initial gut reaction, is that I just need to get out of it. And I just, like I said, I just don't think I can trust her in the future. I mean, she didn't know this guy from Adam. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just happened to meet and at the event we were having, and next thing I know, he's sending her a text how he wants to fuck her. So
maybe she intrigues with people. Does she have a passcode on her phone?
No, she didn't. No.
Have you looked through her phone?
No.
Why don't you look through her phone?
Well, I don't think she's doing anything now because she wants me back.
Does she have any old texts on there?
I could check and see.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, maybe she just intrigues. Maybe she's an intriguer. Maybe that's enough for her. But if you're really feeling like you should leave, then maybe you should. Again, it all depends. Can you forgive her or can't you? Do you love her enough to overlook this and trust her? If you can't trust her and you can't forgive her, then you shouldn't be with her. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I can trust her again. And trust is the key for me. I mean, I was married one other time, 18 years, and we just, we're good friends and everything. We just grew apart. But
sure,
I never worried about anything like that. Never had that happen. And I just don't think I can be with someone I can't trust. So.
I think you're right. And maybe you got lucky. Thank you very much for the call, man. I'm sorry that happened to you. Maybe you can, it sounds like he has his mind made up, E-Rock. That's what I would think. It sounds to me like you're just kind of getting a final confirmation here that you're done. But if you're done, you're done. I mean, you wouldn't be a jerk for leaving. But if that's the only thing she ever did was an intrigue with a guy she genuinely wasn't going to fuck, I mean, again, I don't know. I didn't read the text messages. But if you're finished, my friend, you might as well get out early. Sam in Florida has been having a threesome. This is ongoing with your friend and his wife, and things are starting to get weird. How many times have you done it?
4 times.
Okay, now, do you fuck both of them or just her?
Just her, and she'd blow me. He really gets off of watching me fuck hard because, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm a solid 6'8", and he's, much smaller. And then it kind of got weird. Not this last time, but the time before, he was, saying, of course, we're drinking and stuff, and he was like, damn, dude, you got a nice cock and all this stuff. And I was like, huh. And she had texted me saying, before I came over this past Friday night, we were all drinking and stuff. She's like, yeah, he wants to get freaky tonight. I was like, kind of knew where it was going. I'm just not that way.
Sure. But might be.
After some drinks, after I fucked her a few times, she was down between my legs blowing me, and next thing you know, he slides over and wants to get on it, and he did. I was like, now it's really weird. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. You actually had sex with him, or he blew you?
He just blew me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was just in fantasy. All right. Well, I mean, were you drunk and was he drunk?
We were drunk. I remember everything clearly, but I was buzzed. And
well, let me ask you something. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Angela. Let me ask you. Now, you knew where this was going. You probably like the idea of being the bull in that situation. You're kind of cuckolding your friend with his little dick. Now, you already know he's admiring your dick, and you kind of have a feeling this is where it's going to go. And she sends you a text. What made you go through with it if you didn't want to have that experience?
I don't. That's what's bothering me. And now that it's over with, I'm feeling kind of creeped, I can't really look at him in the eye.
Well, I guess it's hard to, again, I don't know. I can understand the dirty fantasy of that. I really can, because I'm a pervert and I can fantasize about most things. But the idea of one of my friends, it would be hard to look at after. I can definitely, I guess that would be terribly hard to look at your friend after. But either say, look, we did something, we chalk it up to experience. I'm not going to have a threesome with them again. Or say, look, I'll do it again, but I would prefer not to do that. I don't want to go in that direction again. Or just say, fuck it. Both of you get on my dick and get to work.
Well, it was weird because I was like, when she's like, are you going to join in? I was kind of like, oh, shit, I knew it. And I kind of put my head back, closed my eyes, and they gave me, every time I go, they give me 100 milligram Viagra, and that shit lasts for 2 days for me.
Yeah.
I walked to the grocery store with the damn boner, but.
Well, don't forget, dude, you knew it was going to happen before you got there. That's why you just threw your head back and closed your eyes. You weren't shocked by that. You might have been a little like, oh, boy, it really is happening. But you knew that was going to happen on some level deep down because the warning signs were there. And a part of you wanted to have that experience. Or you wouldn't have, if you were just having a threesome and all of a sudden, he's fucking, throat deep on your dick, then you might be like, all right, that was a shock.
Yeah.
But you went and you wanted to have it. It's all right that you wanted to have it.
Yeah, they're like, he's like, oh, dude, that's cool. It's not like I'm going to kiss you and all that. I'm just like, but
yeah, it was just dirty, dude. You did a dirty sexual thing, and it doesn't make it bad. And he's probably telling you the truth. He doesn't want to kiss you. But the idea of holding your hand probably makes him want to puke. And the idea is there might be something very hot about that with the woman involved. That can be hot. It's the humiliation. It's not even, I think it's really hot when I'm talking to a girl and she's telling me about other guys' cocks and how big they are and how much better. The hot part of that is the woman and the fact that she is being so dirty and so inappropriate that she is saying these things that no woman should be saying if she's decent. There's something so dirty and whorish about a woman craving that. That's what turns me on. It is the woman's energy of it and the woman being dirty. So they may have that dynamic where that's just what gets them off. But, hey, if you don't want to do it again, don't do it, brother.
I still want to bang her, so I guess I'll just talk to him about that.
Yeah, or else just fucking, just tell him, all right, just make sure you shave so I don't feel scruff on my balls and asshole. All right?
All right, thanks, Jim.
Take care, buddy.
All right.
I mean, because honestly, if you ask any girl, if you say to any woman, what's the best gift you ever got? She's probably going to say, well, I was blowing someone and my husband helped. That's a gift. You want to help your girlfriend out when she's blowing somebody else, get in there and help. Give her jaw a break. But if you're not willing to do that, the second best thing she's going to say is her engagement ring. It's very, very important. It's not just a ring. It's not just a sign of affection. It's everything to her. And she can talk about it. She can say, like, oh, look at the ring he gave me. She can't brag, like, oh, I was blowing his friend and he came over and he tooted on it with me. She can't tell her friends that because her friends will laugh at both of you. Every time she looks down at her hand, she's going to think of you. Every time she washes her hands after she's been doing the dishes like the broad she is, she'll be thinking of you. Every time she scrubs the toilet, every time she's washing your horrible shit stains out of the toilet and hating your guts with the scrub brush, she'll look at that ring on her finger and go, oh, God, I do love him. For a second, I was going to divorce him because I'm here scrubbing caked shit off the toilet. But then I realized that this ring, this guy loves me. See, the ring is always going to come into play, and it's always going to be good for you. You're going to get credit for it. It's got to be a perfect ring. You don't want to half-ass it here. Steven Singer understands this. At Steven Singer Jewelers, they have the perfect system to make sure you get the perfect ring. Steven knows how important it is, and it's painless. Now, so many of our guys have made their trip down to Steven Singer. I think Opie did, and Sam did, and E-Rock did. What the fuck are you waiting for? You go online to IHateStevenSinger.com or head to a store at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philadelphia. Steven's got 100%, and it's a genuine money-back guarantee. This guy's great. You get the best service, best value, and the best experience. This is a guy you can trust with the most important gift you're ever going to have or give. Steven Singer Jewelers. The other corner of 8th and Walnut, on the phone at 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's if you don't want to blow somebody with her. Or you could do both. Like, you could get her a ring from a Steven Singer Jewelers, then help her suck a dick and kiss the ring and go, Steven Singer. And she'll go, God, you're amazing. I thought you were bisexual or maybe even gay and just marrying me to cover up for your own fears of being homosexual. But you're just a good guy. All right, we're going to have time for one more here. Let's see. Oh, Joe in New York, your wife had a fling with a coworker. They're still together. Oh, boy, that sucks. How you doing, Joe?
Good, Jimmy. Big fan.
Thank you, buddy. So, well, listen, we're pressed for time. It was your coworker or hers?
Her coworker. We've been together since we were in high school. Did all the right things, got married, had a kid, bought a house. Guesses that my wife has never been with anybody else.
Oh, boy, okay.
Year after, 6 months after our son was born, she started an affair. 3 months later, she got found out. The guy was married to with a couple kids. He's a predominant figure in the small town we live in.
Okay.
Ex-police officer. And so, obviously that was tough to swallow and deal with. And 6 months after the affair, I was thinking maybe they were still communicating with, because how scandalous they were to have what they had. The trust was out the window, but sure. I wasn't ready to let go because you want to forgive. You take somebody's body work and say, it was one time. Everybody makes a mistake in life.
Have you ever cheated? Have you ever cheated on her?
Yeah, prior to our marriage. Oh, yeah. When she was in college, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, and I understand that. I look at myself in the full-length mirror and say, sure. Nobody's perfect. But the problem that really hurt my psyche was 6 months afterwards, I'm saying, are you still seeing him? Are you meeting him? Are you talking to him? No. 2 days after Valentine's Day, the wife of the other guy texted me late at night and said, you aren't crazy. She was drinking that night, finally wanted to get the cat out of the bag. Says, you were crazy. They were talking. They were meeting at this park or that park. They both swear up and down. It was just to conversate about how much they have affected each other's lives and their families. I have a hard time, believing that. But then again, maybe the lust was out the window after they got caught.
Nah, that's bullshit. Dude, your instincts, I think, are right. The bottom line is she was lying to you after she got caught cheating. Tough shit if she needs to talk to him about, if she's worried about affecting her family or he's worried about affecting it, then they wouldn't be doing it. They wouldn't be doing it after they got caught. So the point is, you were right. Your instincts were right. She was lying to you. Now, maybe they weren't fucking, but probably they were. But if they weren't, either way, she was lying to you again. So if you can forgive her and trust her, fine. But I think it would be tough after you've caught her and she still continued to do it.
Right. I mean, that was back in November. The wife didn't tell me until February that they stopped talking in November. She found out with a tape recorder. He took her vehicle. They were talking for, whenever they got a chance, whatnot. I'm not, obviously don't really know the details. But so since November, there's now been an occurrence where, I found out that they were still communicating. I'm trying to move forward with it. Like I said, I come from nothing. I have a house. I don't want to fucking go through. I'm 33.
Sure.
If I could find a way that I can believe her again and feel like this is just an isolated incident, it's finally over. Maybe she needed closure. I don't know. I've tried to analyze it and put myself in her shoes. As angry as I am with her, I try to understand it. But you think mentally this is something that you think you put yourself in the shoes or any man, even without evidence of being anything more. I have a hard time every day.
Sure.
Not having resentment, trying to feel, now, love is just a fucking. It's not, there's no romance there. There's no passion there. It's just, basically to get out the poison.
I understand. Joe, I got to cut you off only because we're running up against a clock, which is not our choice, because the great Ron and Fez are next. But I will say thank you for the call. And listen, I don't think you should stay married to somebody just because you guys have a house. If you love her and want to forgive her and think you can, then stay together. But if you're like, fuck her, she's a twat, she cheated and then lied, and we have a house, then fuck her. Fight it out for the house or split it 50-50 and boot the bitch. But you have to realize, do I want to stay with her or don't I? It really is that simple. So you have to make up that decision. Tomorrow, we have another advice show, which is great look. Ugh, fucking asshole trying to be a radio guy. Ugh, whatever. See you tomorrow.